Morning guys, welcome back to Mindful Mornings, our goal setting for 2022. We're on for 2 weeks, we're on day 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump right in this morning. We're going to start with our gratitude ball, which for me is my blue ball. Get whatever you're using to juggling with, and let's get started. Let's first of all this morning just plant our feet into the ground. Let's just maybe take a couple of jumps up and down, and just feel the ground on your feet. Feel what sensations spark up from your feet to your legs. See if you can feel it in your hips, maybe your shoulders, maybe your hand, your arm, your neck. And just squeeze that gratitude ball. Let's do 2 more jumps. Switch that gratitude ball in that hand. Look at that gratitude ball, squeeze it, jump. And let's start with some gratitude this morning. So what we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes this morning, and we're going to start with just passing the ball back and forth. So let's take a breath in to start with. Okay, if any thoughts of gratitude come, catch them, just be aware of them. And let's breathe in for 5 seconds, passing that ball left to right. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that same thing again. Let's open our hands a little bit more and maybe turn this into a bit more of a throw. This pass, we're going to throw it into a bit more of a throw. Okay, just back and forth. So we're going to breathe in for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While we're there, we're going to hold our breath and just find some gratitude this morning. Catch that thought, a person, a situation, in the past, in the future. Throw that ball, that gratitude ball back and forth, and breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do that same thing again. We're going to push it to 6 seconds. I want you to widen your hands a little bit this time, okay? So probably they're shoulder width apart. You can, if you want to, close your eyes if this is easy for you to do. Or you can keep them open for this. Completely up to you. So again, just finding some gratitude, grounding ourselves, connecting to our breath and our gratitude ball. Breathing in for 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holding that breath, reveling in those thoughts of gratitude this morning. Bringing some smiles to your faces. Maybe turn that smile into a bit of a laugh to yourself. And breathing out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's just take that gratitude ball and let's pick up our other 2 balls, our positive and negative ball. The positive one for me is my green, the negative, the red. So whatever you're using, whatever colours they are, just make sure you define them and remember what they are. So let's just connect to them. Let's just have a look at them. Let's tell ourselves what each of these balls mean, and let's just put them on our heart just for a second. Okay? Push those balls into that heart. I want to introduce you to a little dream, goal and habit journal. Okay, so what I do, this helps me every day. So I did Mindful Mornings for 6 months, Monday to Friday last year, from January to June. And this helped me to really just measure how connected I was to my day. Okay, so obviously we're talking about goals in this 2-week session. We're going to introduce a little bit about habits today, but essentially it gives you a bit of a marking system for some gratitude and a little box that you can fill in every day. Just to look back on. I looked back on last year and it was amazing to see which weeks were good for me, which weeks were bad. Some, there's just a scoring system of 1 to 5. So if you want one of these, drop me a text. Okay, if you go onto spaceplans.com, join the website, put your email in and that, and then you'll be automatically joined to a Mindful Morning group. I'm going to put my number in that Mindful Morning group, so head on there and go and do that, and I'll just need your address and I'll send you one. Anyway, let's connect back to these. Let's push them onto our heart And let's just look around our space, and like we did yesterday, let's find something we have not looked at in a while. Maybe let's pick an object this time, something that came from somewhere. And let's think about who brought that in. Was it you? Was it somebody else? Where did it come from? What's the backstory? And maybe just find some gratitude in that moment. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take our gratitude ball and we're going to plant it somewhere in front of us so you can see every time you see that ball in your day, wherever it is, every time you look at it, you make that visual connection with it. Think about some gratitude. Let's jump to our positive and negative ball. So site swaps, remember, from the last 2 days we've been working. This is a 4. Okay, so we're going to start off with a 4 this morning. Okay, so this is just the name again of the throw, number 4. Okay, so from one hand, landing in the same hand, about head height, up and down. Okay, and we're going to do it with both sides, up and down. Try and find some rhythm. Juggling gets much easier when there's a rhythm there, or when you become aware of that rhythm. It becomes a bit more consistent. That will naturally come over time. And think back to yesterday, we had a positive ball and a negative ball. Okay, we spoke about those 2 things. Green ball being my positive, red being my negative. Okay, and what I want to do this morning is I want to introduce you to a habit, or not, I want to introduce you to your habit. I want to introduce you to thinking about your habits every day as we do Mindful Morning. So, we spoke about a goal that if we don't already know, we're figuring out in the next 2 weeks. And we're going to try and find a habit, a positive habit that we want to bring into our life over the next year, and a negative habit or something that we want to take away from our life, something we're maybe struggling to stop doing right now. So think about this as something you want to start doing every day and something you want to stop doing every day. Okay? So let's just throw back and forth. I'm just going to stay quiet just for 30 seconds, a minute, just to give you a chance to just maybe think about one of those things. It doesn't have to be both of them. Something positive that you want to bring into your life. Throw up and down that ball if you're thinking of that positive thing. Or maybe something that you want to take away. A habit that you want to get rid of. Okay, so whichever one you want to do this morning, want to think about, just go with that. Okay, all these are this morning is thoughts. It's connecting to that thought. Okay, left and right. Left and right. Positive, negative. And I'm going to stop for 30 seconds just to give you a chance to have a think. What I just started doing then, lots of thoughts were coming in and out of my head. Some of them were related to what my habit was, some of them wasn't. But I just acknowledged whether they were a positive thought, something that helped me today, or was it a negative thought, something that, I was like, oof, I don't want to, And as that train of thought ran, I just recognised whether it was positive for me this morning or negative for me this morning, and I just threw that ball up. It was just a physical, I was going to say manifestation, a physical manifestation of, of that thought. See these balls as your thoughts. Okay, positive and negative. What I want you to do this time is we're going to switch them over. So remember, this is a 4-4. 4 and a 4. And what we're going to do now is we're going to jump back to what we were working on yesterday, a 3-3. Okay, so a 3 is one ball that goes across to the other hand just like that. Up and down, up and down. Same height. Okay, we're going to try it with 2 balls. Okay, maybe try it with 1 first of all, depending if you're thinking about your positive or your negative habit that you're trying to bring into your life or take away. And we're going to go 3-3. 3-3. So you'll find you're either working on juggling, throwing these balls up and down, or thinking about them in the start. As you progress, you'll be able to do both at the same time. You'll be able to catch those thoughts as you catch those balls. For now, have a practice throwing and just stop, look at the balls wherever they are, and your hands are on the floor, and just connect to those thoughts. Three, 3-3. Every time you catch, celebrate it. Celebrate it with a smile. Celebrate it with a laugh. Celebrate it with a scream, a yes. 3-3. Okay, let's do that same thing. And when I say the same thing, I mean the positive, the negative thoughts, habits that we want to bring in, take away. Okay. Positive ball, throw a 4, up and down. Negative ball, what I want you to do is I want you to throw a 1, 1. Okay, so a 1 is this, and a 1 back is that. 4, 1, 1. 4, 1, 1. 4, 1, 1. 4, 1, 1. 4, 1, 1. Practice that for a minute. So yesterday we did this, but we had the negative ball, the red ball, going up and down, and the positive ball underneath. We're switching it over today. 4, 1, 1. Recognising that positivity is always reaching higher. That habit that we want to bring into our life every day is always reaching, is always moving. And there's just that acknowledgement of that habit we may want to get rid of in the back of our mind, just there underneath. It's so difficult when you can't do this and you can't juggle 2. As I say, think at the same time, but if you take one moment, recognise that, throwing up as that positive habit, even if you're doing it separately. I lost my train of thought then. I was going somewhere with that. I lost it. We'll come back. Let's leave that one there for a second. Positive, negative, 4, 1, 1. Okay, let's take those balls and let's squeeze them just for a second. And let's take a breath in there and let's just reflect on that. Reflect on what you just thought about for the 5 minutes. So what you want to bring into your life, what you want to take out of your life. Okay. So let's squeeze those balls together. Let's put them on our heart actually. And let's stand on one leg if you can. Don't worry if you can't, but if you can, stand on one leg. And let's just take a breath there. A big breath in. We're going to go for 7 seconds this time. I'm breathing in for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathing out for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And what I want you to do is I want you to pick up your third ball. And all we're going to do is we're going to switch over these balls in different ways, just in your hands, just wherever you want to go, just switch them over. Be aware of the sensations in your hands. I'm going to teach you a little quote that we have here at Circus Mash. Dream way too big and forget not your purpose, but live every day like your life is a circus. I'm going to say that again. Dream way too big and forget not your purpose, but live every day like your life is a circus. The big words in that: dreams, purpose, life. And a big word in my life is circus, and a little bit of a personal mission is to get circus in as many places as possible. Dream way too big and forget not your purpose, but live every day like your life is a circus. Let's drop both of our positive and negative balls and just come back to our gratitude ball. We're going to run through 1 to 4 side swaps. Okay. Remember, this is number 1. A throw from one hand across is number 1. Number 2 is a silent ball in a silent hand. Okay. Doesn't move. Very reflective. Number 3, my catching hand is there. That's my goal. That's what we're trying to reach. I have to, over here, aim that ball to land in that hand. I don't want to go chasing it. Okay. Three. 4 is what we did earlier on today, this morning. A ball up and down in one hand. Let's go through them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to introduce the Rampage of Appreciation this morning. This is something that came out of last year's Mindful Mornings, something we did most days, and it was me throwing a series of numbers at you and you following. Okay? This is our gratitude. 1, 4, 3, 4, 4, 1, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 3, 4, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1. Totally forgot where I was going. Totally forgot that first bit. Too many numbers for me in the morning. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, to finish off, let's grab all of our balls. Let's hold them tight in our hand. Let's squish them onto our heart. Let's recognise the positive things that we thought about this morning.